Okay, welcome. It's February 6th, 2026, and we're going to be talking about the year of the fire horse, which starts on February 17th. So, we like to start with an intention. I'm going to light this candle, take a deep breath, acknowledging the element of fire. And I want y'all to really, really, really get in your body. Do you know what that means? Just feel yourself in your chair. You can maybe even feel your feet on the ground. All right. Take your deepest breath you've taken all February. And when you exhale, let it go, all of it. Even if it feels unnatural, just push that air out. Keep that deep, deep breathing. I'm just going to have y'all put your attention and awareness on your heart area. Okay, just feel that warmth there, feel that glow. And as you keep your deep breathing going, you're going to imagine that light there, that glowing, burning, beautiful space, just expanding past your chest and around you and up around your head, down around your back, down around your hips and legs. And you're going to breathe that light in and exhale it out. And then I want you to imagine just roots coming out of your feet, out of your sit bone area. Just imagine roots just plummeting straight to the center of the earth. Just feel that connection to the earth energetically. See how good that feels. And then out of the crown of your head, imagine a column of light just shining up straight up into the upper atmospheres and breathe that in too. And just have some awareness right now of the present moment. Again, just deep, deep breathing into this present moment. And I'm just going to set an intention that we have an amazing call today where we connect in maybe new and fun ways, where you receive information you're looking for. Uh, I'm going to ask for divine wisdom to be present, for awareness, for community, and clarity as we move into the year of the horse and let go of the year of the snake and transition into a different energy in the next few weeks. So take another deep breath. Okay. All right. Hi. Hey, everybody. I do have a PowerPoint today. Y'all know I don't always, but today I do because how can I resist the images of a fire horse? So pretty. Um, and just a reminder, we will go through the slides and then we are going to have a discussion. So feel free to participate at will. I hope you have questions. Write your questions down somewhere um, if they come up while we're speaking, because I want you to be able to remember them. Okay, there we go. Okay, y'all know I call them predictions for 2026. So y'all know I've been doing this a while, just way back when. I don't even know the first year I did this. Um, I would meditate before the year came in. And just without reading anything on the internet, without, just trying to stay really open, just see what impressions. I really like the term impressions better than predictions. I use that because people kind of understand predictions more than impressions, but I might change it next year because it's really more of a tuning in, right? It's not really predicting anything. It's the way energy works is there's energy already in motion and you can get glimmers of it, right? You can get glimmers of it that might feel like it's predicting the future, but it's more of sensing where the vibration is. Okay. So I definitely, you know, love to teach and I love for you to be your own guide. That's my whole thing. Okay. So please feel free to go and do this on your own, to get into a meditative space. And if you're, I like to handwrite and just let whatever comes out comes out. Now, I have a writing practice and I've done stream of consciousness literally since I was 10. So this was very natural for me when I first started. So, if you don't get something amazing or like specific right away, just practice stream of consciousness all year long. And then by this time next year, you'll be able to do it. All right. So, for those of you, most of y'all, I think, know me, but I'm Katie Rogers. Y'all know I'm a feng shui consultant, and I run the Wind Horse School of Feng Shui. How fun that it's the year of the horse, and my school is named after a horse. Um, I teach a 9-month program. Y'all know this called the Odyssey every year. And it's a deep dive into feng shui, a deep dive into yourself and how you're showing up in the world. And it's a lot of fun. It's an adventure. Let me put it that way. It's an adventure. We're all on a journey together in the Odyssey. And then you have the option to be certified as a feng shui consultant. So I teach so that those are the basic hours to get certified. And then you have 3 weekend intensives throughout the year to have a certification in feng shui and be able to pass on this amazing, beautiful art and science, this mystical art to others. I usually don't start off like that, do I? But you know what? We are in the season. The Odyssey begins in March. So the application window is open now. If this intrigues you at all, I really recommend you apply. Just do the application. It's just answering a few questions. And then you and I get on a one-on-one and basically have a session together. And we determine if this is a fit for you for the year because it's a small group and we want it to be a fit. So I teach who shows up. Okay. All right. Let's go. All right. So here's my logo. So I brought this up because it is a horse. And I think my logo is so fun. And I just want to sprinkle in a little feng shui before we get into the year of the horse. So these unusual lines are called trigrams. And the whole idea is that this is the bagua. Okay. So I'm not going to get fully into this, but just know that everything I do has some intention. Okay. So the octagon is a lucky shape in feng shui. We've got the 8 sides. And then, of course, the wind horse has to do with seizing opportunities. If you go, I'm obsessed with horses. I have been since I was born, just so y'all know. So when my teacher Sharon Stasny taught us about the wind horse, when we were studying the money and opportunity gua, the abundance gua, and how it's the idea of momentum. It's the idea of momentum, and there is an energy, right, flowing. It's constant. And it's kind of like, are you going to jump in the boat? Are you going to grab the horse of the mane and go off into your destiny and have an adventurous life, like fulfill who you are in this lifetime, so to speak, right? Not to get too dramatic about it, but I do believe we're meant to have a fun event. This is meant to be an adventure. Okay. And there's meant to be fun and joy in it. So, woo, when she told me about the wind horse, I was just like, oh, I was obsessed. So, yeah, wind horse also means luck and money. Okay. Because they're all linked, right? When you're in the flow, when you're in that current of momentum, you're going to be showing up at the right place at the right time. You're going to be open to abundance and opportunities. So, I'm sprinkling this in because we're going to be looking at the horse. Okay. So before we go on to this fire horse, right? Uh, let's remember the wood snake. We are still in the wood snake. Okay. So look at that beautiful green snake. I mean, come on, look how beautiful that is. Um, this has been a year of shedding old beliefs. Okay. It's been a year of growth. It's been a year of letting go. Um, and as y'all have heard me talk, especially in the Declutter Jamboree, letting go, we are not taught to let go in this culture. We're taught to consume. We're taught to consume. That's not letting go. So letting go of old identities, old belief systems, so that we can move forward. We're always changing, y'all. We're always shifting. We're always expanding as human beings. So it's about keeping up with that expansion. That's where the fun is. Okay. So that's a little bit of law of attraction sprinkled in. Um, there's a slide. Why do I mess my slides up? I did this for the 2 hour thing too. Um, I have a whole thing on snake, but it's underneath all these. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and talk about the horse. Look at that horse. I have a whole write-up I'm going to read to y'all. Don't worry. But y'all know how I like to do this. I don't want y'all to just hear me talking. I want you to experience something when you're with me. Okay. So check out that horse. Check that horse out. Do y'all have any words to kind of feel into the look how different these energies are? Tell me what you feel from the horse. Yeah, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Calm, powerful. First word, powerful. Softness. Fuzzy slippers. I love that. That's adorable. So cute. Hmm. Now, let me ask y'all something because when I hear fire horse, and I know I wrote in one of my emails, I was like, I was surprised about the reading this year that y'all will get in a little while. Um, and I chose this particular image for a reason you'll see soon. Um, but when y'all hear fire horse, what's your first impression without having seen this image? Write it in the chat. I want to see like what y'all were thinking coming into this. Horse running fast. Me too, Sherry. Almost out of control, right? Wild. Me too, Rachel. Passionate energy. Same, Tina. Same. So I got to admit, like, I was like, okay, I got to sit down to do this reading, to do the impressions, the predictions. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm a little nervous to see what's going to say because we've had a lot of intense energy over the years, right? I mean, right? We can agree on that, right? Um, and I'm like, man, another one, another intense energy is the yang or yang, as this phonetically, says, fire and horse. Okay, that's a lot of energy. Yep, same with me, Christine. Um, but look at the difference in what that first impression of fire horse is, like what we all were like, whoa, and then we have this powerful, even soft. I mean, Sherry put in calm. I mean, so y'all are seeing something. I'm excited. I'm glad we did it this way. So we're all on the same page. But I'm here to let y'all know that horse is multifaceted. That's what we'll say. Look at this one. So I really want y'all to feel into capital H horse because I'm going to be showing y'all several images of horses and how differently they can show up. I mean, look at that. Y'all just write words in the chat when we come across some images. Like what comes to you? That's nice, Nelia. Sleep. I know. Look at that strength. Tender, affectionate, emotional attunement. Julie, yes. Yes, ma'am. Present. Connection again. I don't even have to do the readings because we can just do them together like this collectively. Here's one. Now, this is a little bit more the image of what some people, freedom. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. I see grace in this image too. I'll write it. We have it all there. Joy. Yes, Sherry. Okay. Here we go. Strength, determination. thought this was a polo field. I'm not sure now. I don't think it is. Is it? Yeah. I don't know. Some kind of game is being played. Agility. Love these words. Anything else? Y'all feel free. Just have fun with it. There's no wrong answers. Y'all know. Companion. Nice, 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 nice. That just opened my heart right up, Tina. Like my heart just went, whew. Looks like jumping. Yeah. Yeah, Carolina, you're right. Determined, skilled, spirited. What a word. Spirited. Skilled is nice. Determined. I love it too. Okay, now look at this one. I mean, come on. Silly. I mean, look at this beast. It can be like this and then this. Joy again. Playful. Exactly. I mean, come on, look at that cute face. All right, here we go. Some barrel writing. Rachel, I agree. So can we. Look at that angle. That balance. Intense. There's focus there too. Hmm. There we go. Look at that beauty. Mastery. What a word. What do y'all get from this? Precise. Skill again. Discipline, Sherry. This is so fun. Beauty, ballet horse. Yeah, this is just the picture of beauty to me. And look at that guy. Look at that color. All right, any more words for that? Pride. That's a good one. Confident. Handsome, totally. Absolutely. So y'all are, we get information with our eyes, but you're feeling into energy too. Shiny. Because of course each horse does have a different personality, but there is kind of the idea of horse. Okay, what about these? Mm-hmm. Nice, Neil. Y'all are good at the words. Work, work, workhorse. Hungry. Yeah, working. Burdened. Mm-hmm. 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 Survival. This was an interesting one. And then we go. I mean, that picture. Free, majestic. Talk about joy. Woohoo! Free and wild. And this is the last one. Peace, gentle tenderness. Tender. I love how tender came right up. Intimate. Yep. I think Julie said emotional connection earlier, which I just love that we got that from this. Well, y'all, the theme is that horse and humans have worked together. Horses have uh what am I trying to say? Helped us evolve. They've been our travel mates. They've been able to take us to places. They've been able to work the farms. They're here for recreation and sport. Um, and they're here for connection with humans too. They like us most of the time. So on a big picture level, and I've chose this image because that looked like an earth in the smaller picture. Um, Horse and humanity are really tightly linked. Okay. Really tightly linked. So I think that is a fascinating aspect of horse. And it's one I think it's healthy to acknowledge. Now, this is a slide I wished was earlier. So, revisiting the year of the yin snake, we had transformation, growth, introspection. The yin aspect was that inner. Withdrawing from drama, which I admit was a little hard this year, but that was how we kept ourselves sane. Maintaining mental health and balance, keeping in natural rhythms with connection. This is what I wrote to y'all last year. Practices for meditation, grounding, gardening, allowing, and positive thinking. Only good can come from this. Okay. So, but the major, main message of that year we've already talked about is shedding old beliefs and letting go of what no longer serves you. So let's talk about that for a minute because y'all know it's tradition before the Lunar New Year to like physically like go through your items and let go of items. Okay. It makes space for the new. It creates an energetic vacuum that says, I am ready for the new aspects of myself. When you can say, when you can sense actually what is no longer serving you. Okay. Whether it be, in feng shui, the physical, the items in your house reflect are representative of you, of your life, of your energetic makeup. So there can be items that keep you stuck is a harsh word for it, but stuck, weighed down by the past. Okay. I'm cracking up. I don't think I own a single thing an ex-boyfriend has given me ever. I hope you don't, you know, I mean, it's just that's a past. So, keep your discarding, as Marie Kondo says. If you're in the Declutter Jamboree, if you've taken it ever, we'll have a Zoom on February 11th that evening to kind of check in with each other before, we'll have 6 days until we have the new year coming in. So that's the tradition anyway in feng shui to declutter and clean, like symbolically saying thank you for what happened this past year. I'm ready for the new start. I'm going to clean away these energies so that the new energies, when they can come in, are easy coming. Okay. So y'all know this. I'm not telling y'all anything new, but it's why not be reminded and reminded of why? Because I like to trip up your psyche. Okay. So that sometimes it's very hard to let go. It can be scary even, but it is worth it. And there is an element of trust. I'm going to say it again. There's an element of trust when you let go of old identities, old items. There is. There just is. Okay. And to enter the year of the fire horse with trust is so powerful. Okay. So remember that. Remember that in the next few days. Okay. Now, why do I have two slides? Okay. All right. We're about to read it in a minute. Taking time in these last few days to declutter and clean is going to be the most important thing you can do this year, especially as it represents shedding old skin. So, the year of the snake, if there's any time to do this, it'd be the year of the snake. Please, just go ahead. Just a few little things you've got left to do. And of course, do it with grace. Don't necessarily push it. It's not going to work that way. A little goes a long way. Just make sure that on February 17th, the space is a little cleaner, a little calmer, and a little more organized than it was before. This honors the horse as the horse enters. Take some time to sit in appreciation with Snake. So this is something you can do like right around the last days of the Lunar New Year, which will be the 14th, 15th, 16th. Writing down all that you are thankful for during this past cycle. And then on the day, those same days, especially since we're moving into fire, um, do some kind of intention setting. All right. Basically acknowledging the past year. I feel like it's so like this. I don't know what it is about this transition, but this feels extra important this year. When I was writing this out, it's like, wait, no, this has to be part of it this year. Okay. This is why I'm realizing I'm putting together two different thoughts. Ritual is going to help us navigate this evolution that humanity is in right now. We are the only culture that really just has flimsy, barely rituals. Tina's like, yep, yes, ma'am. Y'all, our psyches, we is so healthy to have rituals. It's so healthy to have ritual and community. It gives meaning. It helps us process. So writing, this is a ritual, what I'm giving you. Everything in feng shui is a ritual, basically. It's giving intention and meaning to an action, right? And using symbols, right? Ideally. Um, so doing something, and listen, I love creativity when it comes to your rituals. Feel into what you want to do. This is an idea, but it's a good idea, right? Just write down um, something, some kind of like acknowledgement of where you've been, what your journey was this past year, and then some acknowledge of is what's to come. And when you write down, just if y'all haven't done the declutter jamboree, the first thing y'all do is put in a red envelope, I'm willing to transform. If you just do that too, that and put that under your bed, um, yeah, committing to transformation for the year of the horse. Okay. And you can burn the intention because when you burn something you write down, it's symbolically saying, this is my intention. Now I let it go. Universe, it's up to you. I'm a willing participant in this. But, you know, let me be in the flow with what that means. Does that make sense? It's kind of fun to talk about, I have to say. I haven't said it in that way before, so I like it. All right. Again, impressions versus predictions. I don't have to say anything else about that. I said at the beginning. Keyword was dignity. Y'all, when I was writing the slideshow, that's the word that came up. It didn't even come up in the reading. But look at that horse. Is it not the picture of dignity? So everything kind of together. There's going to be a lot of keywords, and you'll pull your own from the reading. But man, dignity, what a word. What a word. I mean, what we need more of that. And we need to embrace it in ourselves, especially as women, right? I mean, come on. So, wow, what a gift from a horse. Okay, so the wind horse, I'm going to do this first and then I'll do the reading. Um, I already said stuff about this too. I kind of just, y'all know about this. So, feel into it. I'm excited for who's showing up. Small group where we use these tools. I mean, you will, at the end of the year, what did one of my students say? She goes, I mean, it's hard to explain. She goes, I'm different. I'm different. And I was like, that's interesting feedback. I mean, she did the things in her house. Her house was different, you know, but she's like, I am different. So we have to change, y'all. We have to keep up with what we're wanting to be in this life. And the Odyssey's intention is to allow for that blossoming, really. Okay. And then, of course, if you want to get certified in feng shui, it's the most fun job ever. Okay. Yay. Uh-oh. Do I want to read that first? I thought that was going to come up one by one. Let me pull it up. Hi. How y'all doing? Y'all ready to get the reading? Okay. What is that? Spotlight. I don't know what I just did with that. All right, this is on my computer, so I'm going to read it to y'all. Okay, predictions for the year of the fire horse. You know what? Y'all can read along with me. I will share the screen. Okay, just a little word doc. The horse appears made of gently burning fire, standing still, a burning, powerful, mystical presence lighting the dark. There is grace and beauty in this still burning stance. This horse knows its power, standing huge like a constellation in the darkness above the globe of the earth. It walks slowly, opposite to the rotation to the earth, as if giving the earth its momentum to spin, then picks up to an easy trot and then a canter, glowing bright. This year will move at a nice, steady pace, not overworked, just momentum. That word even falls short because just like we humans can't feel the earth spinning on its axis, the transition into the shift of energies will be so undetected, you may not even realize things have sped up for you. Horses can run long distances at a steady pace. This is how you should view this upcoming year and how to make the best use of these energies. They do need rest and care after this exertion, but they aren't necessarily taxed after these runs, as they are built for it. Consider how you're expending your energy and whether you're on the steady track this way, implementing self care where needed. A daily practice moving in the direction of what you're wanting will be key. It'll keep you in the saddle, so to speak, and you'll have the ability to slow the energy down or speed it up at will. Another key will be awareness, knowing that horse enjoys working with humanity, think transportation, recreation, farming, and has been integral in moving humanity forward time and time again. Horse wants to continue to work with us. The year of the fire horse will be full of opportunities for each of us as individuals as well as humanity on the whole. Therefore, the fire horse will not buck and gallop out of control unless you fail to have discipline in your own life. Horse is happy to let you have the reins, but horse is also sensitive to fear and other lower energies and will react. So, as long as you've cultivated and continue to cultivate patterns of self respect, horse will reflect back that self respect. Fire represents passion, potential, and the spiritual aspects of life. It's the element of joy. It's the bringer of light, offering clarity and truth. It's illumination and transformation. Horses in general represent freedom. They represent power due to their size and strength and gifts to agriculture. They also represent beauty and intuition thanks to their presence with just that right touch of vanity and their sensitivity. Horse wants us to accept these various gifts, establishing and exploring them in our own lives. The fire horse's message is this: stay elevator. Stay elevated. The bigger picture of the earthlings' transition and transformations are truly being brought to light this year. The fire horse simply shows the way with love and grace. And while some people may succumb to fear and other lower energies, the horse reminds us to see from a wider perspective. We are in some key moments of evolution, and we are all part of that. Remember the mysteries and the bigger picture. Ask Fire Horse to enter your dreams and artistic projects. The gifts abound for those willing to partake. Ideas for rituals and practices would be, of course, always daily meditation first thing in the morning, y'all. Simple breathing practice first thing before you start your day. That's our tuning in time. We tune in first before we do things, okay? It sets the tone for your whole life. Energetic connection to the earth, that will help contain the fire. So y'all know how we did that simple rooting, that visualization of rooting down into the earth? You can do that every day. Every day, some kind of connection to the earth. You think of a fireplace, right? A stone fireplace, that's earth energy containing the fire, right? That's kind of that idea of keeping hold of the reins. Being around horses, including them in your art, your reading, watch some movies about horses, just honor them in some way, acknowledge them. Okay, this one's interesting. Slow walks. This is really specific. I don't usually get this. 15 minutes a day to remind yourself there's no hurry and to pace yourself and to practice awareness of the present moment. So we're going to call that intentional walking. I mean, that's a nice thing. Intentional walking. Everybody, 15 minutes. That 15 minutes could shift your energy so much that everything on your to-do list got done in that 15 minutes by itself. So don't be a servant to your to-do list this year. I don't think horse is beyond that, okay? Especially fire horse. Some sort of regular intentional self-expression. The fire element has to do with expression. So this is a call to the artists. It's time to get your work out in the world. It's you do not hold back and you be focused and disciplined with this aspect, okay? Artists of the world, people speaking up, people saying things in ways where people can understand on a different level. That's what art does, y'all. That's what stories do. I can sit here and tell you what I think about things, but if I have a story, if I have a piece of art, if I have a visual, if I have a film with this music, that helps us. It kind of goes back to that ritual thing. Our psyche um, is layered, and sometimes we need the information and we need to express the information in certain forms. I've been having fun over the past couple of years understanding why we even have art, literally. So now I know. So, fire element has to do with expression. Okay. Shining that light. More nature, less screens. Who's excited? What if we just like went outside instead of watching TV? I'm talking to myself too. And then movement of any kind. Movement of any kind. The horse showed up in this standing still, which was the surprise for me. I thought I was going to get some wild horse just bucking around and all the fireworks going. And when the image came, it was so, that first image, that powerful standing in your power. So let's look in this. And then we're going to talk about this because I'm very interested to hear what's been coming up for y'all while we've been discussing. So here are the words. Y'all can take a screenshot of this because look at those fun colors. How can you resist the colors? Stand in your power. Let me talk about this for a second. In my younger adult days, I had read something about what that means, being in your power, standing in your power. There's a difference in demanding and commanding. Have y'all ever heard me talk about this? Just think of a queen. She's not throwing a fit trying to like make people do stuff. She's just standing there knowing they're going to do it. That she is going to get what she wants. And she just stands there in that power. Okay. So we are going to, I feel like that's one of Fire Horse's gift. I mean, a horse knows its power. It's strong and huge. We can do that too. We can, commanding is a knowing. Demanding is pleading. There's a huge difference. Let me see if there's any more words around that. I mean, there it is the law of attraction work we're talking about, right? If you know and feel and know your vision and know what you want, it will come to you. Okay. So study law of attraction this year. Abraham Hicks. Yay. All right, shine your light. Let's go into that a little bit. And we can have a discussion around these if y'all want to, but I'll go first. Shine your light. That's the artist again. So, y'all, we are actually light. We're actually made up of light. Atoms are energy. We're actually light. So, what it means to shine your light is to be in alignment with that higher aspect of yourself and let it be seen. let it be seen. So this is not the year to hide. I have a little turtle energy. I like to go in my shell often, but this is not the year for it. I'm understanding that if you can kind of align with this fire horse energy and like practice this and like even just setting the intention, like looking at these right now and saying, I'm going to set the intention for these. I'm not going to like, okay, go work on them. I'm going to set the intention. I'm going to set these in motion for myself. Get ready because the universe will show up for you in the most miraculous, amazing, beautiful ways because you've set this intention, you know? I'm also getting like on New Year's Day to light a lot of candles. That's a way to honor the fire horse that day. Light, light a lot of candles. Go ahead and get your candles, have them where you want to be around the house, and you can light candles and just say, I honor, you can even say, I honor my light. I honor the light of the world. I honor the light of others. I honor the light. I allow the light in. I shine the light. You can just play with light. Okay. Let me check time because there's some, oh my gosh, how does it go so fast? Remember the bigger picture? That's obvious. Find discipline. That's obvious. I'm going to go fast now. Cultivate self-respect. Love that word, cultivate. Allow yourself to be transformed. We talked about that already. Okay. How to celebrate the horse. Yay, go horseback riding at some point. I need to set that up for myself. I chose a black horse for this one. That's more of a water horse, but I used red for them, most of the other ones. Use the red envelopes to set intentions. Old school. Red envelopes. 9 is the number, lucky number in Feng Shui, and 9 is the number associated with the Li Gua or the fame and self-expression Gua, and that's the only Gua that has fire. So I recommend getting 9 red envelopes and setting 9 intentions for your year. Bring horse images into your home, okay? Draw a horse, take a picture of a horse and print it out. Just honor a horse that day. And then, of course, you can watch some movies with horses or read some books. Um, and then, of course, yay, I'm so excited to see who I'm going to keep talking to on a discovery call in the next few weeks. Yay! So, y'all go ahead and do that. Let's see, I was thinking about so if you are interested in the discovery call and you apply today, or if you're watching the recording and you say, I saw this part on the recording, then if you schedule a discovery call with me before February 17th, that's New Year's Day, then I will still give you the early bird. But you have to do it today, okay? If you're here live. All right, that's it. Yay. Is that it? Yep, that's it. All right. Hi. Let me remove spotlight. What do y'all have to say about all this? Can you email these pages to us? Carolina, I will not. No, you can take notes and take pictures. I'm going to have the recording. Y'all can have the recording and take notes. Okay, but thank you for asking. There's just some things I don't give out. What do you do with the 9 envelopes after you write your intentions? Lisa, I love it. And then Rachel has a question too. So you can do several things. Under your bed, of course, everybody has nothing under their bed, right? Okay. So you can put intentions under your bed though. Okay. Um, it depends on what you put in them. If you want to just go general and just, even those things I just had on the screen, y'all can put that in there and just have them under your bed. Or if you know what your Bagua map is, that's awesome one. You can just set an intention for each area of your life and put these in the Bagua areas of your house. But you'll have to get a map done. So go to the Windhorse School and go look for some feng shui consultants there, or take the Odyssey, and you'll be doing that all year long. You'll be setting intention in each area all year long. So that's Lisa, you kind of can do whatever you want, but both of those are the ones I would do. Okay. Um, Christine, I hope that answered the red envelope question. I think it did. Rachel had her hand up. Where did she go? Is she
It
there?
just I
There
just
you
had a
go.
comment on the slow walks, as that
Oh,
was like super specific. It's really interesting this year. I had a couple times where that was something that I was out and I was like, I could walk slower, or I think as adults, sometimes we are just so task oriented that we miss that opportunity to feel into like that option for ourselves. I think it's a really interesting exercise for, just playing with that feeling of pace and expressing ourselves. So
so
choosing to walk.
this is something you adopted here and there this past year, Rachel? Just happens.
Yeah, it came up for me this year where I was going to go somewhere and I went, I could actually have time. I could walk slower. I actually feel a little bit tired today. Walking slower feels better, in a way that just hadn't been, um, like it was more clear that that was something I was making a choice to do and that we actually can make a choice to walk faster or slow, which is kind of silly and maybe just a personal thing. But I think that that's fun, that that's one of the recommended exercises for this year.
I know. I was when I was writing these, that just came out. I'm like, you know what? That's a good one. That is a really good one. So thank you, Rachel. Um, y'all have seen me advertise on quotes. Hillary Anderson does a Joy Summit in Sun Valley, Idaho every year. It'll be around June 10th through the 15th or 16th this year. There's some amazing teachers. In one of the classes, we went and did a meditative walk, and they had very specific instructions for it. It was one of the most powerful experiences, I'm not even exaggerating, of my life to tune in so slowly and make it a meditation. Um, it takes major focus to do that. So, but why not, right? I think we're craving, I'm aware when I say that word need. I think we're craving as humans that connection. All these words about the horse, right? Let's go back up. Like if you want to scroll back up, connection came up. I mean, discipline did come up. I mean, to stay in a state of joy, right? To stay aligned with yourself. I mean, there is a discipline. There is a discipline to not get distracted by all the things. And then also, and I want to say this, I want to honor, what we're experiencing right now as humans. When I say get distracted by the things, I feel like that's not honoring it. So I wanted to check that real quick. Um, I mean, what we are all experiencing is so valid. And the horse is so sensitive, right? And I think what's happening and what we need to keep an eye on for this year is processing emotions, not necessarily, you have to take care of yourself as you educate yourself, right? Um, but we have to learn to process emotions. Emotions are our guide, y'all. They're our most precious guide. If you have felt anxiety and depression or anything in your life ever, well, I mean, we have been living in a broken system. Your body is not lying to you, right? But awareness of that system, awareness of what we're experiencing can help you integrate those emotions. Process is the best word. These are all, just words. I was talking to a really fun friend of mine recently, and he was talking about how he's moved into doing a lot of art, and he was getting the information that integrating anything, it, when you express something, you're integrating it. It's not integration comes before the expression. The expression is part of the integration. I thought that was brilliant. Does that make sense? I kind of am looking at my artists. I mean, I thought that hit something really interesting. So, yeah, okay, that was was it a tangent? I don't think so. I think it needs to be addressed. I have a friend who I go naturing with. That's a good verb. Instead of walking for exercise, we find a place in nature and walk slowly and intentionally. Tina, that's it. And that's so nice to share it with somebody. Why red? Okay, red represents fire in feng shui. So when it's the fire horse, um, red is the most intense of the colors, right? And then fire is the most intense of the elements. All the elements have an intensity somewhere, but fire is the first one. If you touch even a little tiny spark, it burns. So, red is representative of fire in feng shui as far as the elements go. Y'all know I have my I gotta plug it. I've got my colors of the feng shui elements, 8.99. Y'all can get that ebook and you can read a little bit more about why red. I love that question. And you can see what colors kind of fall under the fire spectrum, because of course it's not just red. Um, what else do y'all have to say? Do y'all like this reading? Do y'all have some insight? How are y'all feeling? Julie?
Yeah, you just reminded me at the beginning of this that I have this beautiful book that I have never cleared away. I love it so much, but I haven't really spent a ton of time with it, so I will this year.
I'm so excited.
I'll leave it sitting out so it'll be a reminder to me.
Is it photography of horses or is
It
it
is.
that
Yeah.
you want to
Mhm.
just flip it open to a page and show us? Let's see which horse wants to come
Sure.
to us today as a group. Look at that beauty. Okay, we've got the horse standing still, but then we also have the wind horse energy too,
Mhm.
with the running horses. The wind horse is usually depicted running because it's that momentum, but that stillness, y'all, that
It has little
stillness.
braids.
Say it again.
He has little braids. Can you see his little braids?
Oh. Y'all, if you go be around horses and go be around horse people, they're so funny talking about how their horses love to get their manes brushed. So a little vanity is okay this year too. It's part of self-expression. Okay, go study the fame gua. We call it that for short. The self-expression gua. It's about being seen. It's about showing up. It's about and part of that is, you know, fashion. It's about how you want to express yourself just on the daily. So Paige, you're feeling relieved. Thank you. My first words from the initial image were soft, stable, grounded, and safe. Big exhale. I am ready to lean in. So, same here. When that horse showed up just standing but burning, and it did show up in darkness. So, read those, when I send this out, read those first paragraphs. It showed up in darkness. It did. And it felt like it was a constellation, like it was overseeing the earth. It felt like a guide. It felt like a spirit guide for our planet. So we can lean into horse this might be the year, part of the way I'm able to speak about this so freely is because in my 20s I was really into researching and studying Native American culture, and they talk about animals being so-called medicine. That's what, we translate it to medicine. So horse medicine might be something, go look it up in Native American. I love, I brought the books with me. Ted Andrews, I love his work. And then of course, these are cards, but the book is amazing that goes with it, medicine cards. So keep researching horse. Um, but don't feel, I think Carolina put pride down. Don't, get your swagger on this year. Horses, like, they walk. They don't really bow down. Okay. So okay. One more thing it's gonna be a lot of energy coming through, I feel like. I don't know. Do y'all ever feel that where you're like almost can't contain the energy? Because I do. And sometimes like, oh my God, my body can only handle so much, right? But dance, express, go run outside, just go sprint. Do what you can because that movement, we're going to be processing a lot, I feel like. I don't really love the word process when I say it out loud. Let me see if there's a better word. I mean, I'm kind of getting there. You're going to be feeling a lot. Let yourself feel it because on the other side of it is your expansion. Okay. And look at Abraham Hicks with the emotional guidance scale. Just that is the best work. Emotions are frequencies. Okay. Emotions are frequencies. So, all right, you're the horse. Are y'all ready? Are y'all going to have fun on New Year's Day? Everybody knows to have fun on New Year's Day, right? To do something to celebrate. February 17th. Y'all have your plan? Y'all want to type it in real quick? What do y'all got going on? I'm going to lunch with some Alabama folks. But make your house pretty. Remember, imagine that Oprah's coming over that day. Are you going to have some flowers out? Yes. Are you going to have a new doormat maybe? Yes. I know it's a little bit of work, but it's going to be worth it. Okay. And then I want you to let the energy settle that day, especially with the stillness idea we're getting. It's weird. It's kind of stillness and motion. Apparently lighting a lot of candles. Yes, Carolina. That's one's new to me too. I gotta go buy some more, I guess. Volunteering with a new group. I like it. Connection, huh? Some service. Yep. That's a nice place to kind of end. Um, I don't talk about service too much with everybody because I feel like women serve a lot. And so I want to make sure you're not serving at the expense of yourself, right? That doesn't do anything. Um, but it is really, really, really nice to think about service in light of horse because horse has done a huge service to humanity. I mean, it is our main animal companion. I mean, I know we have cats and dogs, but horse, what if you really, really, really think about it and look at it, it's like, wow. So, yeah, so be of service in some way. Don't overdo it. Take care of yourself, but be in service of some way. Um, oh, y'all know I have a film. It's coming on Alabama Public Television February 19th. Yay! At 8 p.m. The Almost Lost Story of Tuxedo Junction. I think you can stream it on PBS too. But there was a woman I interviewed and she said, I love her quote. She goes, I've always been helping people because when you're helping people, you don't feel bad. You can't feel bad. So if you feel like things are a little intense, go be of service, right? Anyway, yay. Thanks, Sherry. I know I'm excited. Yeah, that was a good Fire Horse thing to say. Yeah, 2 days after Fire Horse comes in, the movie's out. So I love that. All right. I might do some emails around that too. I have a feng shui cure I put in last year. And I'm like, the cure made this happen. So, all right. Come aboard the Odyssey if this inspires you. It's so good to see y'all. Let's hopefully you'll come to the February 11th. If you're signed up for the Jamboree or have ever signed up for the Jamboree, you're so welcome. Thank you so much, y'all. Mwah. Have a good time. Have a good time letting the snake go and welcoming the horse. Okay, that's the main thing. Bye.